Fired right up. See how mine does. That was a little bit slower than yours. Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Ovens Garage. Today I'm here at my buddy's John's place. We're going to be doing the exhaust on Old Blue. I bought a MBRP 4-inch system, and this truck currently has, I think it's the stock downpipe, and someone put, believe it or not, 2 flowmasters in line as their mufflers. So I'm sure it's just killing the performance of this truck right now. So the 4-inch MBRP will be a nice upgrade and the start of some performance upgrades for Old Blue. So I've got this decibel meter to do the decibel reading of the before and after for the system, and we'll get a couple of readings. It's a little cold out right now. It's probably like -7 degrees Celsius, -8 degrees Celsius. So I'll get what I want to do is I want to get the reading. I'll do it right at the tip, and then I'll do a reading like 10 feet back or so. So right at the tip, just idling, we have 99.4 decibels. And this is not an exact science by any means, but I'll do like, I don't know, 5 paces back. Then out and idle, I've got 65 decibels. So I'm gonna get my cameraman John here to hold this, and I'll go idle the truck up, or I'll rev the truck up to, let's say 1500 RPM, and we'll see what the reading is out here.
So that's jumped up to 70. And right at the tip, we popped out at 103.
Okay, so we got the downpipe here, and I've decided to get some downpipe wrap. And the theory behind this is you keep the heat inside of the downpipe, the exhaust manifold of the engine, as well as the turbine housing, and it spools your turbo a little quicker, and it keeps the heat in the engine bay down, so that way your intake temperatures are down if you're sucking air from the engine bay. So although this might not do a lot for performance, I think every little bit counts, and now's the time to definitely do it before we put the downpipe in the truck instead of while it's in the truck.
Also remember, it's not to be discounted that everything that looks cool adds 5 horsepower.
All right, so we're under the truck here, and here is the factory downpipe, and it comes, you can see it's still mounted here on the side of the engine block to hold the downpipe, and then it looks like it bounces up here. I don't know if that's 3.5 or 4-inch. We'll have to measure once it's off, but they routed it around the transfer case and then into one flowmaster, a section of straight pipe, second flowmaster, and then out the tailpipe. So we'll start ripping all this off, and we'll see if it comes out easy or not.
Cutting the muffler out. That wasn't cut, that was just broken. There's a Tyler scrolling around under there.
So here's the old tailpipe. Got a big rust hole in it.
Oh yeah.
And what was that? Oh, flowmaster.
Ooh. My personal favorite is this is the new muffler.
So we got the muffler section out and the downpipe section. So if you come over here, here's the stock downpipe. And what they did, previous owner did, was they bumped it up. And this is a well, not there, but this is 3.5 inch. And then the rest of the system here is 3.5 all the way back to the muffler, which I think is 4-ish. Yeah, 4 inch. So this section I noticed too when I was taking it off was also cracked at one of these mufflers around here. So it looks like these flowmasters are also prone to cracking.
So this is the exhaust delete mod. So this is our baseline. Hit it.
Jesus!
It's a little bit ignorant.
That was a little bit snappy.
No restriction on your exhaust there?
Yeah, that felt good.
High performance?
Oh, yeah. All right, here's a shot of the finished downpipe. Got a clamp at this end. And then we started at this end, rolled all the way up, and then wrapped it around here, and then used this band clamp at the top. Okay, so we had to reuse this piece off of the old downpipe, and that goes into the engine. And then this new clamp comes with the kit, and it goes around and wraps around the new exhaust just like that. So I'll get that installed, and then I'll show you what that looks like. And that prevents any extra weight going on the flange of the turbo, and cracking it at the flange of the turbo. All right, so this is what I decided to do for the stock mounting point at the back of the bell housing area. You can see the stock mounting point here, and then I decided to use the 3.5 inch clamp because the band clamp provided by MBRP here seemed to be a little bit small, and it might be because of the wrap that we've got on there. But I bought some extra clamps anyways, so we'll throw this guy in there. And just loosely for now, it's still loose up at the turbo flange, and then I'll start to loosely fit the front pipe and the pipes that go around the transfer case and work my way back before I tighten everything up.
Truly game changing. We got tired of being cold, so I rolled this over. This was left on property by the last guy, and we just like rolled it up, stuffed it full of wood, lit it up. But we didn't have a chimney, so I used a drainage pipe, and it's just propped in place. This is redneckery at its best, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm proud of this. Yeah, it's changed Tyler's life. He's nice and warm. Game changer. Wouldn't you agree, Tyler?
Oh, absolute game changer.
Total game changer.
Update here. I'm just gonna run you through. We've got most of the system snugged down except the tailpipe. So starting at the front, we've got the downpipe with the U-bolt clamp on the back of the bell housing. And then running into here, I use the MBRP clamp until I get my band clamp that comes in the mail. I'll change that out. And then it goes around the transfer case. Comparing this one to the diamond eye that I installed on the red truck about 5 years ago, I actually had a pretty good experience with this one around the transfer case. There's quite a bit of room, and it wasn't too difficult to make room around the transfer case, and it's not hitting the frame or the side of the transfer case. You can see where the old exhaust was just hitting the edge of the transfer case there and rattling a bit, which I didn't even notice. And then coming back here, the first hanger, I used the stock hanger mounting location on the bottom of the bed, and then we used these provided hanger clamps that came with the kit. I bought 4 of these 4-inch band clamps, just these stainless band clamps, and used them at all of the 4-inch coupling locations. And then we've got our muffler. And then coming back to the tailpipe, this hanger's at the back of the muffler. You can see there in the stock location on the bottom of the bed. And then this is what the tailpipe looks like we still need to snug just that guy up and then cut just the edge of the back of the tailpipe so we can put the tip on. So we'll do that. All right, so we finished up the exhaust system. We got the tip on, a nice shiny tip. What we ended up doing was we cut the tailpipe back to about here, so that way the tip has the full resonating effect, I guess, instead of the full exhaust going to, you know, in here inside the tip. So we got that on, and then we tightened up that band clamp, and then here's where this hanger sits. Sort of touches the spare tire, but not the end of the world, because that spare tire doesn't even hold air at this point. So there we go. We got her fully installed, and now we can do some decibel readings.
Make some noise.
Make some noise. Finished the exhaust job on Old Blue, and we'll do a couple decibel readings now. I am loving the sound of it so far though. It's much deeper, raspier, and I think that tip makes a huge difference in like the actual exhaust note. So 5-inch tip on a 4-inch exhaust.